At age 12, most kids play games, fight over toys, or dream about the future. But in the year 1444, a 12-year-old boy stepped onto a throne, and the world trembled. He was handed an empire. He commanded armies of grown men, and when enemies mocked him for being a child, he sent a message so terrifying that even his greatest general froze. The message said only 4 words: "I am now Sultan." But who was this boy? And how did a child become ruler of one of the most powerful empires in history? Today, you're about to hear the unbelievable story of Mehmed II, the boy who became Sultan, fell, rose again, and changed the world forever. Stay with me, because this story only gets crazier from here. Our story begins in the Ottoman Empire, a rising power sitting between Europe and Asia. Mehmed was not an ordinary child. From the moment he could walk, he was trained like a machine. Hours of riding horses, sword drills, languages, philosophy, war strategy. His father, Sultan Murad II, wasn't raising a boy. He was building a future conqueror. Mehmed grew up hearing one prophecy over and over. One day a man will conquer Constantinople. What a wonderful commander he will be. Everyone knew the prophecy. Everyone dreamed about it. And young Mehmed believed he was that man. But fate had other plans. When he was just 12, his father did something shocking. He stepped down. He walked away from the throne, and he made his young son Sultan of an empire. Why? Some say Murad was tired of endless war. Some say political pressure forced him out. Others claim he wanted to see if his son was truly ready. Whatever the reason, it placed the weight of a nation on a child's shoulders. Imagine the scene. A 12-year-old boy sits on a golden throne. Royal advisors whisper. Nobles watch him carefully. And across the empire, enemies sense an opportunity. To them, this wasn't a sultan. It was a child playing dress-up. And when European crusaders heard the news, they laughed and began preparing for war. Mehmed's empire was about to face an attack so large it threatened to crush him in his first year. Before we continue, if you love powerful stories from history, tales of kings, warriors, lost worlds, and legends, make sure you like this video and subscribe to TimeScroll. It helps the channel grow, and it keeps incredible stories like this coming every week. Now, back to the boy Sultan facing a nightmare. Mehmed tried to lead like a real ruler. He held court meetings. He signed laws. He read battle reports. He tried to sound strong, even when he wasn't. But behind him, powerful men moved like shadows. Grand viziers ignored his orders. Advisors argued. Generals made decisions without him. And then came the breaking point, the Crusade of Varna. A European army of more than 20,000 men marched toward the empire. Seasoned knights, veteran commanders, warriors who had fought for decades. Mehmed was 12. When he called the generals to plan a defense, they refused. Some even said, "A child cannot lead us into war." It was humiliation. A throne, but no power. But then the boy did something bold, something dangerous. He reached for the one man who could save him, his father. Mehmed wrote a message and sent it to his father Murad, who had retired far away. The message said, "If you are still the Sultan, then come and lead. If I am the Sultan, then I order you to return and fight." For a moment, no one knew what would happen. Then Murad returned. He took command, and he crushed the Crusaders at the Battle of Varna. The empire was saved, but Mehmed knew the truth. He wasn't ready. Not yet. And after the victory, the boy was quietly removed from power. His father became Sultan again. For Mehmed, it was humiliation number 2. After losing the throne, Mehmed disappeared into studies. But he didn't waste time sulking. He read everything he could find. He studied Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Persian kings. He studied cannons, engineering, and the art of siege warfare. He trained harder. He thought deeper. he planned bigger. He knew he would be Sultan again, and when he returned, he would no longer be the boy who failed. But something else was happening. The empire's greatest fear was Constantinople, a giant city, a fortress of walls, the last great Roman stronghold. Every sultan dreamed of conquering it. Every sultan failed. But Mehmed? He didn't dream of taking the city. He expected to. He believed that prophecy was meant for him. When Murad died, Mehmed, now 19, returned to the throne. A different person, harder, smarter, hungrier. This time, he was ready. The moment he became Sultan again, Mehmed sent a message across the empire. Prepare, the conquest of Constantinople begins. Everyone froze. Some advisors panicked. Some tried to stop him. Others secretly hoped he failed. The city had stood for 1,100 years. It had 3 massive walls. It survived dozens of attacks. No empire, not Persia, not Arabs, not Crusaders, ever took it. But Mehmed didn't hesitate. He ordered a cannon so big the world had never seen anything like it. A monster built by a master engineer named Orban. A cannon that fired stone balls the size of cars. A cannon that could shake the earth. He ordered ships dragged over land. Yes, over land, to bypass the enemy's chains blocking the water. He built a fortress on enemy land. He cut off supplies. He turned Constantinople into a trapped island. People began to whisper, "This is no longer the boy Sultan. This is something else." But the city still stood, and the world waited to see if this young ruler would rise or collapse again. In April 1453, Mehmed surrounded the city. 80,000 soldiers, dozens of ships, cannons roaring day and night. Inside the walls stood Emperor Constantine XI, brave, stubborn, and determined to fight to the last. For weeks, the battle raged. Cannons shook the sky. Ottoman troops charged again and again. But the walls, ancient, thick, legendary, refused to fall. Then came the moment that changed everything. One night, Mehmed noticed something. A tiny gate, barely guarded, almost forgotten. The Kirkaporta gate. It was a weakness, a small one, but enough. The next morning, he launched a massive, final attack. Waves of soldiers, janissaries charging with terrifying discipline, cannons pounding the walls. And then, a group of Ottoman soldiers slipped through that small gate. They climbed the walls. They raised the Ottoman flag. And that was it. The Romans panicked. The defenses collapsed. And Constantinople, the city no one could conquer, finally fell. On May 29, 1453, Mehmed rode into the city on horseback. He was 19. 19. And with that moment, he changed world history. Across Europe, panic spread. A teenage boy had just done what 1,000 years of armies could not do. He destroyed the last piece of the Roman Empire. He ended the Middle Ages. He began a new era. The Christian world called him the Antichrist. The Muslim world called him the father of conquest. Historians call him Mehmed the Conqueror. But there was something else about him, something almost forgotten. Mehmed loved art, science, philosophy, poetry. He invited scholars. He read ancient texts. He collected books. He even hired Italian painters to paint him, a shocking act for a Muslim ruler at the time. He wasn't just a warrior, he was a thinker. He was a builder, a dreamer. The boy who once failed became a man who built an empire that lasted centuries. But here's something rarely mentioned. If that small gate had been locked, if Orban's cannon had exploded, if Mehmed's generals had betrayed him, if his childhood failures had broken him, history would be completely different. Europe might never have entered the Renaissance. The Ottoman Empire might never have risen. Constantinople might still be a Christian capital today. One boy, one throne, one impossible goal, and he did it. Mehmed ruled for nearly 30 more years. He expanded the empire across continents. He crushed rebellions. He reorganized the state. He built mosques, libraries, roads, palaces. But the pressure of leadership never left him. He grew paranoid. He fought constant wars. He made enemies everywhere. While launching another campaign, he suddenly fell ill. Some say he was poisoned. Some say he died of disease. No one knows for sure. He died at 49 years old, but his legacy still stands. Istanbul, the city he conquered, remains one of the great cities of the world. Mehmed's story is not just about war. It's about pressure, failure, comebacks, determination, destiny. A 12-year-old boy who wasn't ready became the man who shaped history. His childhood throne nearly destroyed him, but that same throne became the stage for his greatest victory. And maybe that's the real lesson. Greatness doesn't come from an easy path. It comes from the fire, from the failures, from the moments when the world thinks you're too small. Mehmed proved them wrong, and the world still remembers. If you think this story was wild, wait until you hear the next one. In the next episode, we uncover the true story of the most cursed royal crown in history. Every king who wore it died violently. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Like this video, subscribe to TimeScroll, and I'll see you in the next chapter of history.